You, again, are somebody who's been advising the administration. I believe, I don't know if that's in an ongoing capacity. I know it certainly was a very important role during the course of the transition. And of course, you have a history with the administration. So could you tell us how strong the resolve is of this administration, the Biden-Harris administration, to prevent Iran from getting a nuclear weapon? And do you feel that they will pursue their strategy by way of negotiations, re-entry into the JCPOA, or do you think there may be other means brought to bear?
Yeah, I have not spoken to the administration about this issue, so I don't have direct knowledge, so I can't speak for it. I will give my guess based upon knowing President Biden from before, knowing his role, knowing General Austin or Secretary Austin and whatnot. I think two things are going to happen. I think one is there's going to, of course, be an effort to bring back the Accords with a very real objective of preventing Iran from becoming a nuclear armed power. I think they will lean hard into that. And I think they will also lean hard into trying to curtail Iran's other activities in the region, which are very much not helpful. You know, some of the things they do are almost acts of war. And so there's a frustration there. Now, if you step back though, and I am now guessing what people think back in the back of their minds, I'm not sure. Stopping Iran from producing nuclear weapons is increasingly problematic. If they really wanted to do that, I'm not sure we could do it within acceptable limits, i.e. the military action it would take to do that, because they've spread their nuclear capacity out to a number of locations. They have the expertise and all like this. If they really wanted to get nuclear weapons and they wanted to even advertise the fact that they had them, I'm convinced, short of a full invasion of Iran, that you probably couldn't stop them. So the only way to stop them is to convince them that as members of the world order, they are more advantaged to not have them than to have them. Mm-hmm. That's a tough sell because, every nation that has nuclear weapons gets more respect than one that doesn't. It's just the reality of it. I mean, we claim it wasn't that way, but if I were an Iranian, I would want nuclear weapons. If I were an Iranian, I would pursue that policy because once I had them, they would be treated differently. So, therein lies the challenge. But it's possible that Iran could be convinced that economically and politically that it is the price of attaining nuclear weapons and at least being a publicly nuclear armed member isn't worth it. But I give that a less than 50% chance. I just think that they will push ahead to get them. And at some point, we will all have to just live with that new reality.